those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by
those guys.
So what's going on there, Lawrence?
What's up, man? How are you?
Hump day, the middle of the week. Wednesday night. It is hump day, the middle of the week. And we got a little bit of stuff going on tonight.
All right. Well, I look forward to the evening. I look forward to these live streams because it's hump day.
Yeah, it's the middle of the week. How's everybody's Wednesday going on? How's everybody enjoying their Wednesday?
Right. What's up, JC, John?
I see JC Flying is doing well any day of the week because anytime he comes into any live stream, he's got a lot to say. And every time he comes here, he's got a little bit too much to say.
One visionarial, JC's flying. SJM Drones was here earlier. Drone Shots is here. I know they're listening in the background because a lot of people do stuff while listening. Good morning, Rob and Sue in Australia. They're here early, Herman. What's up, guys?
I mean, we got a couple of things to talk about tonight. Nothing.
Yes, we do.
Nothing special, except for one of the topics on the agenda.
Hey, Akarasho. We have what?
Nothing too special. Just we do have one thing on the agenda tonight that I believe everyone will enjoy. Because we talked about a little thing last week with that camp. Remember the camp at Virginia Tech? Yeah, we talked about that. So we have
education.
Yeah.
What's up, Corey?
We have someone with their feet on the ground, as they would say, boots on the ground, that's right there in the middle of the mix of teaching the children.
Yes.
Here with us tonight. So, well, she's expected to be here with us tonight, provided everything goes well. And we'll talk about a few other things that we all know is on the agenda. Some things that guys have been waiting for a long time. So,
yeah, your dad, I'm ecstatic, right? In fact, hold on, let me get my prop.
We got a few things going on.
I got to get my prop for that segment of the story. I had to keep it down low.
Okay.
Hold on. Got to wipe the cobwebs off of it.
Oh, God.
I've just been sitting in the corner, man, collecting dust and shit.
Oh, wow. I'd have had it. Yeah. I'd have had it in a box or something, or like in the drawer.
In a box.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, that box had dust and stuff all over. This one is the box that was inside the box. Yeah, Epic is looking pretty pleased with himself. Rob, feet on the ground. When you hear the news later on that I'm so happy about, I'm off to the races. Rob says, yeah, Epic. He knows me from my gamer tag on Xbox, which is Epic Tag You're It. So he calls me Epic. Says Epic is looking pretty pleased with himself. Yes, man. Yes.
A few things,
considering the stress Herman and I've been going through the last couple of days, I needed this news.
Right. Okay.
But we have a decent live stream tonight.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'd like to say so.
Look, I don't know about you, but we have a decent live stream most of the time.
Well, that's
because we enjoy doing this stuff, right?
No, but there's like I said, there's a few things on the agenda tonight, and some of them I'm quite sure you guys have been waiting for. Some of them that you probably know already, and it may not be news to you.
Right.
I'm gonna have fun with it regardless of how.
Yeah, of course.
However you want to put it, but well, I just hope that everyone has been getting out, enjoying themselves, because there's been a lot of drone releases so far, man.
Hey, Flying Flynn, what's up, Tony?
Hey, yeah, Flying Flynn. Tony. Oh, yeah, Tony. What's good, Tony? And I'm hoping that guys have been able to enjoy some of this stuff because, truthfully speaking, let's go back.
Right.
to this time last year, we were
Okay.
looking at a lot of drones being released.
Right. There
Didn't
was.
Intel release something, then DJI of it came out of finally with the long-awaited Mavic 3 last
Yeah.
November, right? That was last
Mm-hmm.
November, right? If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Yeah.
So last November that came out, and a lot of drones have been hitting the market. The Nano and the Light and all that stuff hit the market. So, this is a lot of drones out there for guys to enjoy. DJI dropped the Mini 3 that everybody was hoping at this, that, and the other thing. That new controller everybody.
Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer. Yeah.
What you got the Avata came out.
Susan.
So DJI even dropped some cameras and stuff like that.
DJI's been working like a racehorse, bro,
Right.
putting stuff out.
Yeah, they've been hammering it out. So now DJI has gave you now so far soup to nuts from
Yes.
camera to action cam. So now you can get your cinematic hand shots with your camera, with your pockets and your stuff like that. You get your action shots with your Osmo and your FPV drone.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your cinematic shots with your Mini and the Mavic 3 that came out, because that's totally a cinematic drone.
Right.
And that's a movie maker, the Mavic 3. There's some of the things with that camera.
Yes. What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Wednesday Night with those guys. We do have a pretty good stream tonight. It should be pretty interesting for you guys, because we're always talking about STEM and STEAM programs. So we have a little feature maybe later on. We're having a guest, right? Come on later.
We're supposed to have someone, like I said, that has their feet on the ground in the business and done for
and actually teaching the kids in the schools. Everything from what is it? It's coding for writing video games.
They're doing it all, man. Programming their drones to do certain things. I can't wait to speak. Well, we know her already. We've met her. We've
flown with her.
Well, we even flown with her. I didn't want to start the stream off this way, but
no, well, just a small intro until she comes on.
Right. Well, she won't be on until the second half of the show.
Right. But what's up, everybody? Chris, everyone that's out there.
I met her actually. Here's how I met her. I do these little shorts that I put on putting on Facebook and stuff like that, and on Instagram. And she saw one of them. I believe it was either that, or she saw the video link in one of the drone groups, and she commented on on where I was flying and how I was able to fly and do that in that area. And I commented back to her, and we spoke that way, and we had a meetup in the area through a drone group, through was it Black drone pilots group on Facebook. Yes. And we met that way, and she actually showed up at the meetup in an Uber.
Yep.
From Best Buy with the Best Buy shopping bag with a brand new drone in the bag.
Yep. She showed up, went to come to the meetup. Just right. She came. What's going on, man? Brand new drone. It wasn't even charged fully. We were charging and driving at the same time, right?
Well, guys helped her set up and charge
Yeah, Big Matt. Shout out to Big Matt for taking care of
Yeah,
that task.
took care of all of that for us. Got a setup and everything right there out at the
And she
meetup.
had her maiden flight right there with us.
Yep. We even in moving from one location to another location, they charged her batteries up, and she was even able to fly in the location where she thought I wasn't able to fly.
Yeah, which was cool. But we got enough of that to talk about. There's a little bit of a
Right.
few other things that are are feel
Yeah.
like a pirate of interest.
Yeah, there's a few. Well, one of the things that I'm hoping everybody has been able to take advantage
Oh,
of.
wait, before we go on, I told Johnny Dronefly I'd make an announcement. There will not be a Fly for Fun show after our stream. Johnny is a little under the weather.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I just wanted to make that announcement. There will not be a Fly for Fun show after this. Johnny Dronefly is a little under the weather. And hey, Ray Kelly, what's good, man? I'm sorry. I didn't have the window open to see the chat. But
I hope he gets
maybe
better.
someone could, there's still a bunch of streams that are, come on, maybe someone will go on random within that time frame.
Yeah, I will be a few people on tonight. I mean,
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. We're ready.
Johnny and Captain Random. I'm sorry that you won't be on tonight. I hope Johnny gets better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Flu was going around, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. There is this, supposedly I actually made an appointment
It's
to
better.
go get my flu shot next week sometime. So yeah, October is usually the month that I get it, and I don't get sick until maybe around February.
I usually don't get the flu and all of that stuff, and people be walking around and all the flu.
Oh no, when I get the flu shot this month, it won't bother me until
I
then.
usually don't get the flu shot. I haven't gotten one in 150 years.
That's what happens when you have king's blood.
And I usually just shoot the jab off of that, shoot work behind the jab on the cold situation.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep my head.
Oh, one more announcement. Tomorrow night on Thursday Night Live on Ken Herron's show, he will have Ken Dono and Paul Brown, which is Wedding Big.
Yeah, wasn't big.
Okay, so just figured I'd point that out also, in case you guys didn't get the didn't get the didn't get the news. But that's pretty good because I'll probably stay up and watch Ken tomorrow night because I don't have nothing else to do, and I'm probably going to be up a little late tomorrow editing some footage. So that'll be a great excuse to check out the stream at the same time.
Well, I won't, and I well, I probably have to catch the replay.
Oh yeah, the game tomorrow night.
Yeah, I got a game tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Odd day for a game, right?
yeah.
That's what happens.
I agree.
That's what happens when you're trying to keep up the infrastructure.
JC said he sent a picture to my phone. I have not seen anything on my phone, but
Tell JC to stop interrupting.
oh, here it is.
Tell him
He's trying to hack my phone. What's his downloading shit?
Turn the computer on. Turn the computer on. You got the computer on, Jason, right?
It's still downloading. Whatever it is, it's uploading from you and still being sent to me.
Type in hello. How's everyone doing? And then move away from the keyboard.
John, you hear that, JC?
And then every now and then,
Herman says, back away from the keyboard slowly. Put your hands up.
Right. Every now and then you can come back to the keyboard and go, I'm still here. And then back away.
That's funny. That's funny. But props came off of Vada in midair. That means the screws were loose at some time and point.
Who, yours?
No, JC. He says the prop came off in midair, but it's still downloading the
That's what
picture. I'm
I'm
like, what is
asking
this
him.
you're sending me? An entire video? Look, hold on. Let me.
The entire flight record.
I don't know, but
No, but I'm asking him if the props came off.
all right, here.
Like
It's
minute.
saying it's still
Yeah, I can see that.
downloading. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't see it. You can't see it. It's too bright, but it's saying message size 636 kilobytes.
Mhm.
Downloading. Try to resend it, or let me try to refresh or something. It's
Right.
just not
It's just not
coming. Try to resend it, John. Let me turn off this and try cutting on. Let me try connecting to a Wi-Fi. There we go. I turn on the Wi-Fi and it says downloading.
Mhm.
Therein lies the issue. Hold on. All right. I will keep trying. Now it says download. I got it. Here it is. Here's the picture. He says that the prop came off. Let me tilt the phone some so you can't see. You can see it, but the prop came off in mid-flight while he was flying.
Mhm.
Oh, with the screws. That means that prop was damaged somehow. If the screws were still in, that means that prop split. In FPV, we have a thing called exploding props.
So the props broke at the
At the base, yes, where the screws were. We call that an exploding prop. In FPV, it happens a lot more violently, but it's the same. It was on an FPV bird. But what happens is at the base where the prop is screwed on at, for some reason, it may split or have a microfracture in it. And that microfracture will make your blades go flying off somewhere. You'll go into a crazy corkscrew spin because you have three blades trying to keep control of the drone, and eventually you go down.
Did you recover the bird?
Yeah, he recovered the bird. I'm guessing so because he took the picture of it
I hope this happened when you were taking off and not when you were like out doing
when
it.
you were out flying. Yeah, because his boy's backyard is like 5-6 acres of land, and he goes there to fly. I hope he wasn't at your boy's house, and I hope the drone was okay. But that does happen, and you kind of want to pay attention, you FPV guys, and you guys that are new to FPV. As the winter comes, props get cold, props can freeze, props can shatter in midair. We call those exploding props. And they usually break off at the base, or the props snap off, Herman, at the ring where it connects. The props snap off and the ring is still on spinning. But in his case, it looks like there was some kind of microfracture on the side and the screws stayed tight for all of that.
That's
You know
funny.
what I'm saying? But anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, we have a few things to talk about tonight. So I'm waiting to see what's going to come up here. Let me see. This is working here. Okay, very good. There we go. Anyway, yeah, sorry to hear, JC. The whole assy came off with the three props. Damn.
So I hope it's not
The whole
broke.
chassis, the chassis.
Oh, the whole.
But he meant chassis, but he wrote assy.
I got you. But
Yeah.
damn. So it's broken.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing. He says, well, the chassis is designed to come off. That top frame is designed to come off, so they say, on impact, high impact.
It's no problem though. So you could is it flyable?
Yeah. Are you able to just put a new prop on it? What's going on?
I mean, you probably got to do an IMU and all of that other stuff with it.
Yeah, I'm more than sure of it. I'm pretty sure also.
Crash.
Huh?
Definitely because it
He
crashed.
said yes, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's yeah,
Okay.
assembly.
That's good.
Yeah, so yes, he was able to recover it, and
How was it? No what?
it's repairable. Well, you got to remember they're on like a 8 to 10 second delay from us.
Yeah, I got that, but he said yes to something and no to me about one thing.
Yes, he was able to recover it, and I don't think there was a whole lot of damage done.
Okay.
Second time, it's the second time it happened.
It's the second time.
Now, see, that's strange. I haven't heard of anyone having props flying loose yet. But if the screws were still in,
Mm-hmm.
then that means those props are shattering at the base.
Base, yeah.
Yeah, and the rotations per minute or the RPMs are actually causing it to split and shatter apart.
That's not good.
You may want to look into that.
No, well, because he might want to put that on one of the forums
Oh,
because
he said second time, different arm. Yeah, I would get on the DJI Avata forum and see if it's been happening to other pilots.
mm-hmm.
I
Because
agree with you, Herman, on that.
DJI might need to attend to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's something in the prop.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless they may be like, some of those guys, my father has this
Hey,
problem.
God bless America. What's good, man? How are you?
My father has this problem. Being as that they've used like hand tools and stuff like that all their life, they crank everything down like it's supposed to be there for the last day.
It could be motor vibrations, Night Train said. That's something I didn't even think about, Night Train.
Well, JC is just tightening the screws up a little too damn tight.
True, but if the motors are vibrating more than the motor shouldn't be vibrating, first of all.
Break the props. Yeah, why would it be? Why? I mean, that's not.
But then that would mean that if the motors are vibrating
so much.
But if the motors are vibrating, that means the motors are loose. Or a bell is bent. That's another option because you have the bell over it that spins around the magnets. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hey, Jody. Hey Gary. I call Gary
That's
Jody.
Not good. I would bring that to the attention of DJI and see what they say.
Yeah, and if anyone's coming
up
with that problem,
picture that you sent to Lawrence, you could send to them. You can also send flight records, I believe. So bring that to their attention. Because you may not be the only person that had that problem. And I think if you put it on one of the supports or one of the forums, and somebody else might see that and say, well, I had that problem too, or they might be aware of the problem already. You're muted, Lawrence. Well, one of us are muted, Lawrence. It's either me or you.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I muted the mic. I was saying also, God bless said it could be excessive blade flex or bent motor shaft, which I mentioned earlier, but a warranty issue.
Brand new drone.
But if it's brand new, also by reporting it to DJI, they will say, send us your flight log. Now, a flight log will see a motor with a prop on it spin slower than a motor without a prop on it.
But it's a brand new drone.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Still within the warranty period.
What's up, Draymond? I cut it on. Draymond goes, Lawrence, turn your mic on in capital letters. That's funny.
No, seriously, this is within warranty period. My first thing whenever I'm within the warranty period, listen, this don't work.
Call them. Listen, something's wrong with my shit.
This don't work.
Yeah. Remember, you got your
Either you help me fix it here, or we get a new one.
Remember, you got your Phantom 4 V2 back, and he was like, "Whoa, this is not acting right." And he was like, "Yo, this isn't good. It's not doing what it's supposed to."
Oh, you mean when I first bought it?
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah, when I first bought it, it wasn't acting right, and when I sent it to DJI. DJI found out why it wasn't acting right.
God bless America. That's possibility, but could have cracked during packing or shipping. But usually in FPV to high revolutions, usually it cracks at the base because there's so much pressure on the props being pulled outward. Sometimes if they crack along the base or there's a micro fracture crack at the base between the base and the prop, there could be a number of issues. But like Herman said, you still under warranty. Call
It's
DJI.
a brand new drone.
Yeah. Yo, hey, Mr. Crawley and his drone. But definitely contact DJI and do that, bro. Seriously.
Where's Mr. Crowley at? Oh, there you go. Mr. Crowley, what's good, baby?
And not a month old.
Oh,
Yeah,
and Gary is here too. What's
yeah,
good?
Gary's here.
Gary, Captain Ray, One Vision Ariel, Jody. Oh, who else is here?
My boy, God bless America. Jody's here.
Oh,
JC's flying. One Vision Aerial. SJM is here. Night Train. Let's see who else.
Train. How they say it up the block?
Susan Lee at Garage Show. The usual crowd that usually comes through.
Oh, Susan Lee. And JC's flying.
Minus if to those of you minus the
who, the what?
The fake account from Nevada.
What? Which one?
The Farak dude.
Oh.
Yeah. You know that fake account from Nevada over there?
You know.
But we got a show to do.
I don't know where he's from, but I think it's quite interesting that
hey Wayne B.
he comes here to do whatever it is that he wants to do or say whatever it is that he wants to say, when there's a lot of other places that he can, go.
Well, we already established that it's a bullshit account.
Well,
I already told you the way people talk is the way they type. Mm-hmm. So if you talk stupid, you also type stupid. So that's where that goes. But we got stories to do instead of
hey, who knows what's going on? The wait may be soon over.
What wait? What wait are you talking about?
Oh, well, the wait that people have been waiting for, like I told you guys before, a lot of these things that we're going to talk about tonight, well, some of the things we're going to talk about tonight, you may know about, some of them you may not. But I'm going to have fun with them anyway. And guys always say, we don't talk politics and we don't talk
Blind Neil
and stuff like that. And I like to keep it that way, but I like to also have jokes at the expense of, and like I said, so, the wait may be soon be over for some people because, the Chinese military weapons and manufacturer, drone and military manufacturer, DJI.
Yeah.
May soon be releasing, support for the Air 2S.
Air 2S. You want to know how I know?
The RC controller.
You want to know how I know that they're releasing? They're finally releasing an update for?
How?
Because I got one too.
Oh really?
Air 2S.
Oh, no, but that's what I'm hearing and I'm seeing the talks of, according to the leaks from your band Deals Drones, DJI's marketing and promotions team.
Right. I see.
They believe that from what he's saying, it was the support team of in China has confirmed that the backwards compatibility testing of the RC controller is almost nearly finished and should be finished by now. So they have not yet made an announcement, but he believes that they should be making an announcement that that this controller will work with
The
the
Air 2S.
now.
Yeah. Well,
The thing that I believe that a lot of people like about the fact that about this drone, not only do well, not I shouldn't say this drone, but being able to use this controller with the drones that have come out with the operate on the what is it, the OcuSync 03 plus or whatever,
uh-huh.
is the fact that
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
once what happened?
Go ahead. One visionary was saying he was still waiting on the silicone controller cover.
Oh, well,
He
I don't
never
know.
received. He
No,
never received it. We will have to see what the deal is behind that.
okay, don't worry about that.
Okay, we got you, One Vision. All right. Thanks for letting us know.
That was for the smart controller.
Yes, for the smart controller, yes. Yes,
Okay,
somehow it must have never gotten to him.
I'm
We
gonna
will
check into
take
that.
care of that for you.
Um,
Yeah, you did. You did. God bless America. He'll be back.
send me an email with your address again. I'm gonna look into what happened with that.
Well,
But
until they release this month, Herman, she's going back in the box.
well, like I was saying, I think what a lot of people like about this thing, and what they love so much, I should say, about it, is the fact that not only is it just turn your drone on, turn the controller on, wait for the satellite to set up, and
No more having to take a phone adapter,
I
attach it
think
to
that's
the
what a
top
lot
of
of
your
people love the
controller.
most about this,
Yeah.
and any of these controllers, is that one thing. But with this one, the 390 grams of weight, this thing, excuse
Never
me,
get tired of holding it.
it's nothing. I don't even put the lanyard on this thing anymore.
You know what? I have to buy a lanyard.
For this, you might not even want to use the lanyard. I don't even use
Serious, the lanyard may get in the way, huh?
no, it's not that it gets in the way. And I use the
It's
lanyard.
so light because
I use the lanyard with the when I'm using the Mavic 3, because I use the RC Pro. But with this, it's so damn light that I almost like, to hell with the lanyard. I just hold it in my hand.
yeah.
Or you just feel like you could just throw it onto your arm and do whatever you gotta do with it.
Yeah, well, I look forward
No,
to it.
it's very lightweight. But
I
the
look forward to
700 nits of brightness is another, is the other thing that I think attracts so much
another
people
plus,
to it.
another plus to it.
Right, 4 hours
Well,
of
for those of you who have,
continuous use with the full charge battery.
yeah, but for
I
those
mean,
of you,
who does 4 hours continuous use?
they're making it compatible with the Air 2S because they know I've already spent big money on my RC Pro, Gary.
That's what it is.
Gary,
You know what's funny?
I was
This is
holding out. I had this thing for a while.
no, I really believe, and Gary may be right about something, if that's who made the comment.
Yes, he did. Gary did.
He may be right to that because, for instance, understandably, there's buttons on the RC Pro that this doesn't have. But what makes me a pro if this thing is flying the same drones that I'm flying? The extra buttons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something's got to set me apart.
Right. Right. Understandable.
You understand? Something's got to set me apart. What is it? The buttons, the extra features that come with the controller. I mean, hey, listen, I like both controllers.
In the fact, Herman,
I actually, honestly,
Oh shit.
What happened?
Go ahead, I'm right here.
Okay, yeah, I actually honestly think that
Almost forgot something.
as easy and lightweight this controller is,
Yeah.
I'm not flying my Mavic 3 with this.
Well, see, that's my problem for wanting to put a lanyard on it because it's so light.
I'm not flying my Mavic 3 with this. Let me tell you something. 1,000 nits of brightness, the extra buttons, the antennas, the rock solid connection.
The RC Pro. Well, this is the RC flying. You see what flying?
2,000 and change in the sky. I'm using this right.
You see what Flying Flynn put? I wish you'd have brought the RC Pro earlier so we could have compatibility with the Air 2S sooner, Gary.
What
But
happened?
you know, Flying Flynn was telling Gary, I wish you'd have brought the RC Pro earlier so we could have compatibility with the Air 2S sooner. I guess he flies. I guess they fly together sometime
the Air 2S works great with this.
Yes, but with the
told
RC controller, with the RC, the regular RC controller, there's lag, right?
The Air 2S worked good with this, with the smart controller. It works good with this.
But I thought there was a lag issue. I don't know what the problem is.
I find that with the Fly app,
Yeah.
and me and Big Matt spoke about this. The Fly app is the issue with the smart controller. If you're flying the Go4 app, those drones that work on the Go4 app that are working on OcuSync, work well with this.
Right.
But the backwards compatibility to be able to operate the Air 2S on this controller, the smart controller, was good, but it was limited.
Thank you, Gary, for timing out the person from Nevada.
Oh yeah, thank you. But on this, on the RC Pro, the Air 2S works great.
I could imagine. Well, I look forward to using it on my radio at the end of the month when they say they're releasing the update.
About this little guy here, Mini 3 all day on this. But I don't know. Maybe the Air 2S when they connect it.
Yeah.
But not my Mavic 3. Mavic 3, no.
Boone's Farm is a cheap wine, Flying Flynn.
You don't buy a Porsche and get in there expect to see the dashboard that's in the Camry.
Right. I agree.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Strawberry Hill. They're talking about cheap old wine. Strawberry Hill, Boone's Farm.
Who's interested in a headache?
Yeah, yes, it is. It is. You're going to get a headache drinking.
Who's interested in a headache and praying to the porcelain gods?
Yeah, right.
Because that's about all you're gonna get from drinking those things.
A headache, right?
A headache, praying to the porcelain god. Oh my God, let me. Please, I'll never do this again.
Yep.
Oh God.
JC his Air 2S control. His Air 2S works just fine on the control it came with. It does, JC, but you have to attach your phone. You have to attach your phone.
Here we go.
And I've been doing that for years. And DJ is very smart by making smart control ET thrown home. Thrown up. But it's very easy. We've been doing this for years. We take our controller, we buy an adapter, we put a phone or a tablet in. The time that it takes you to hook all of that up and then power up everything, I'm already half a mile away.
Okay, I want to show you something.
I didn't mind it either.
I'm going to show you something, and neither did I until I tried using one. And follow what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you two different events. I went to I picked up the smart controller because they said it worked with the thing here,
The Phantom 4 Pro, right?
the V2 and it worked with the Air 2S. All right, no problem. I'm gonna pick that up. So I flew the Air 2S up in Rhode Island with it, and it was and I was expecting, I was hoping not to get the kind of feel from flying with a phone.
Yeah.
And it was totally different.
Right.
Totally different. Totally different. It was brighter. Everything was more, it was more enhanced, crisp. And to me, maybe it's me, it just seemed that way.
Right.
You know, and listen, and I'm the guy, I always upgrade my phone, so don't say I had a cheap phone. But no, but I just found that it was a little better than using the phone. And I enjoyed using the smart controller. Now, here in the city where things get a little interesting, the smart controller and that thing gets a little quirky. Now,
right.
When the Mavic 3 came out, Lawrence and I would go flying, and he would set up the tablet and everything like that, get the S off the ground, and I'm standing there with the controller in my hand and RC Pro.
You guys remember that slow satellite load up?
RC Pro in my hand, and the drone sitting there on the floor, and I'm watching Lawrence fly, and I'm like, yeah, I see you over there, and my drone is on the floor waiting for satellite. And Lawrence is like, yo, I got 50% battery left. And I'm like, well, I'm still waiting on satellite. And
yeah, I do.
Finally, it would acquire satellite and I'd take off. When they fix the problem, and I come out with Lawrence and we go fly, he's still setting up and I'm up in the air already.
Yeah, in seconds.
Same drone, same controller.
Thank you, Ray Kelly. Thank you much, sir. I have a Mavic Pro controller. Mr. Crowley, I still have my Mavic Pro. I still fly my Mavic Pro, but I fly it on jobs that, okay, here's the example. When you hire me to do a job, I'm going to use the best drone I have. I'm going to give you the best price you can get for your money, and that's it. But when I give you a price and you say, okay, that's a good price, and then you come back a day later and say, could you make it a little cheaper? That's when I pull out the Mavic Pro. I'll put my Air 2S or my Phantom 4 Pro away, and I will use the Mavic Pro. Plain and simple. You should sell that controller, Mr. Crowley. People are still buying Mavic Pro controllers. I'm sure you could sell it on eBay easily.
Oh yeah, you can sell anything on eBay,
and you can still pick up a Mavic Pro for about $500 or $600 now.
Mr. Crowley, I know you get a kick out of this one. You could even sell your neighbor's shit on eBay. Just go scoop out what he got.
God Bless America says, I hope to start making drone videos next week. Going total rookie. We all started out as a rookie, bro.
Going total rookie.
We all started out.
Bro, you don't know total rookie like I know total rookie. No.
Hold on. What's the total rookie?
Total rookie? Bro, I used to edit on 2 tablets.
Oh, wait. Before he tells this,
with a card reader.
DJ Hermie Herm. Listen to this, guys.
I had tablets set up on the drone controllers. So I watched footage in this one. So I watched footage of that one, and I know what shot I want to cut and edit on that Google I think it was the Google video, some shit they had Google had at one point. Yeah, man. Listen, horrible as hell, but listen, I put them out.
Yeah. He did put out videos. He was actually, you guys don't notice, but if you go back to the early videos of Phantom Flight 101, I'm talking 4 years ago. at
Don't
least
do
four
that.
years ago. You go back to those videos, you may not have realized it, but he was editing them with two tablets.
Don't do
So
that.
so all I can say is only flown once before. I watched a drone more than on the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, do that.
but you got a video. You got a computer. I didn't have a computer.
Yeah. So yeah. Hey, you do what you got to do. You make what you have work, right? That's what you did, right?
Oh man, those days is horrible. If you look
Now
at it,
you're the Martin Scorsese of editing drone video.
no, I still don't know how to edit video. I'm making it do what I want it to do.
Yeah, true. That's true. We all are. Looking forward to your drone videos. God bless America.
Oh yeah, man, listen. Share your work if that's what you want to do, brother. Share your work. We'll
Listen,
watch.
and don't fall in, if you're new to drones, don't fall into the nonsense of, oh, you have to buy this, you have to buy that. When everyone was flying with Phantom 4 professionals, I was flying a 3DR
Mhm.
Solo. When everyone switched to the Mavic Pro, I started flying a Phantom 4 standard. When
Mhm.
everyone started flying the Mavic 2 Pros, I started flying the Phantom 4 Pro. And I'm telling you, I make everything what I have work. From the
Okay.
Mavic Pro down to the Air 2S to the Phantom 4 Pro. It's just a matter of taking your time and making what you have work.
Mhm. You know, well, what I was saying also with that, I want to speed things up here a little bit because talking about that
Mhm.
controller, with drones that have, like I said before, the O3 plus video transmission, when paired with that drone, you have the low latency at 1080p 60 frames per second live
Yeah.
with that a maximum transmission range of 9.3 miles or 15 kilometers, whichever one you calculate it, European or Canadian or American,
Right.
whichever one you use,
Right.
you know. Lawrence,
Yes.
remember we had mentioned, well, this was months ago, we had mentioned AirWorks.
Mm-hmm.
And AirWorks was coming up at such and such time. Well, that was actually this week. With those, this was today is, I guess, the last day of AirWorks.
Right.
But AirWorks happened to kick off with a nice presentation from DJI that I thought was pretty interesting.
Right.
They kicked off AirWorks with a demonstration of the dock, the docking station, the drone in the
Mm.
box with the M30. And
Yes.
basically, as we all know, like I said, AirWorks, as today is the last day, but it ran from the October 10th through the 12th of this month, to 22. So let's get into it. This was at the Mirage Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas,
Yes.
where DJI had a little demonstration with the to show,
AirWorks.
yeah, at AirWorks to show the demonstration of the docking station, with the M30 series to show
Yes.
um its current state in the dock's development.
Mm-hmm.
According to them, everything went well, except they believe there was a little bit of GPS issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't know if it was due to whatever was around, but anyway, but the drone did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah. It took
Took
off,
off.
precisely.
Yeah, it landed. It centered itself in the docking station for ready for charge and everything again once it landed.
Yeah. So it was definitely a success. And this is it coming in for the landing right here. Precision landing.
Mhm.
exactly where it took off from, and then the box does eventually close back up around the drone, etc. So looks like they have a success here, Herman.
Yeah, well, the drone is, and this, well, the drone, not the drone, but and I hope they do correct this. I
What's
do hope that they change this, but the drone, when they first announced the release of this, they
yeah.
announced that the release of the docking station, you
Hmm.
had to have the M30 that was dockable, that they weren't all dockable. That if you bought the one that you bought it without the dock, it wouldn't work without yeah. That's
Yeah.
how it was originally mentioned when it was released. And
Hmm.
I hope that's not the case going forward. I hope that the people who have purchased the M30 along the way can just purchase the dock if that is something that they need. But
Yeah.
the this whole setup is still in the pre-production phase. And believe it or not, they're hoping to begin sales on this second quarter of 23. You know,
All right. Well,
who knows? You
we'll
know,
see where it goes. I'm sure people are going to buy it. I'm more than sure people are going to buy it.
I'm almost positive of that too. But AirWorks, as we mentioned, is it's not only wasn't a mention only about this, but AirWorks is like I said, was at the Mirage Convention Center.
Yeah.
Um, it was over 600 drone pilots, managers, engineers, and business owners at this supposedly at this event.
From 46 countries.
Yeah, believe it or not,
That's impressive.
and other stakeholders involved with this, as from people who came to discuss the future of DJI Enterprise, as well as other people with third-party solution and software,
Hey, Chris.
as well as hardware, in specialized usage in drone industry.
Yeah.
Like companies like Drone Sense and
Mm-hmm.
Drone Deploy,
Yep.
who were at the event. Basically, so if you are somebody who works in surveying and you know, engineering, agricultural, public safety,
Right.
and believe it or not, something like take, you know, this drone in a box.
Uh-huh.
You're talking about drone innovation. That's what we're talking with, drone innovation. Something that's new, the next thing. As well as infrastructure. Then something like this drone was it AirWorks.
Yeah.
That's for that would be something that you could be interested in. You know.
You're right. You're 100% right. I could see something like this in an infrastructure environment. One drone set to do inspection, mapping, or whatever it's set up to do. The box is climate controlled, air conditioning. I'm sure it'll keep it warm in the winter as well. Because you can't have your drone taking off and being completely cold and the lens will fog up, all that stuff happens. If you've ever flown a drone in the cold and taken it from your car, the lens will fog on you.
From time to time, you know,
It happens. It can happen.
it could. But no, I just find that that was
Evening ray of sunshine.
okay. That was the thing about the earworks that was, I would actually like to go to something like that.
It would be an experience to even
Maybe
go to.
Maybe I'll put that on my list for next year. Just to go.
On the bucket list?
Yeah, no, not on the bucket list.
On the list.
On my list for next year, just kicking the door.
Okay.
I'm here. I got my tickets.
Thank you much. Ray of Sunshine says they're listening to the stream. What's up, South Florida Drone Flyers? Welcome as well.
What's going on,
Chris, Drone Life RC. Everyone else that's in the chat, if you forgot to click the like button.
Yeah, feel free.
And I'd like to thank you moderators for taking care of the chat. I don't have to worry about that no more.
Thank you. Thank you very much, all of you guys. I really appreciate you guys taking care of that. Because I'm just curious to know why that individual would come here to do what they do.
It doesn't matter. It's a disgruntled employee.
Well,
a disgruntled person.
I mean, if they would like to, when they come back, whatever name that they use or whatever they.
The Far Out Beats, dude. I can't. Get a second in here.
Use your opportunity, your one opportunity before you get timed out again, to say why you come here to do what you do and not anywhere else. If you don't, I mean, I don't know if you go anywhere else and do it.
Of course not.
You know, I don't see you in any of the other streams. That
only
drone channels
here and on my stream, and this is
they're on Sundays too.
Yeah, this is how you know who it is. We've discussed that already. You can tell who it is by the way they type. You can tell people, and this is something, guys. If you ever want to figure out a person, just listen to how they talk. You get used to how they talk, and you listen to their mannerisms. So even if they write something down in a letter or write it in text, you can tell who that person is.
That might be possible for some people, yeah. And then there are some people who know how to.
Recovery One said, "With y'all better leave tech support alone." No, it's not tech support. Mr. J's RC, what's good, man? Hope all is well.
But, moving right along.
Moving right along.
It was something that I mentioned to you guys on Sunday. That
what's that? Yeah. No, I'm saying, what's that? You said there's something.
Oh, I mentioned it on Sunday. That the what do you call it? The Mavic 3 Classic had showed up on the because DJI had filed paperwork with the
FCC,
United States Federal Communications Commission.
Yes.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Okay. Well, we should, I guess, soon be expecting to see something else happen with that. But we do know that there were, like I said, papers filed because it pops up, and there was some subtle changes to the original drone that we were expecting. And I believe that the one that everyone really cares about the most is the fact that that would be what, the camera. And I guess they can keep the price down a little bit by removing the telephoto lens camera.
Right, but it's going to supposedly it's going to be a 4/3 sensor, just like in the other drones, right? But it's
right, but we know that.
But my thing is, hasn't been confirmed about the aperture.
Well,
because that would be a way to save money. You have a 4/3 with a roll.
No. Classic. You're talking classic, and we're talking about if you want to go classic, right? And you're talking about the scale level,
adjustable aperture. It says
we're talking about the scale level of this drone.
Yeah.
You're going to be talking about the same. When we're talking about the same as the original, right? Same as the original Mavic 3. We're going to be looking at the 20 megapixel still images, right? And the 12-bit RAW.
Yep.
Right. We're looking at video, right? 5.1 K at 50 frames per second.
Right.
4K up to 120. Right. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at a variable aperture of an f.2 2.8 to f11.
Yes.
So that would be classic. That's the standard and what's in that's what's in there. And why not just to remove the telephoto? You still have the micro four third sensor, which is an upgrade from this, and you're good to go.
In answer to Mr. JRC, I saw the picture. The way those props are designed, he sent me a picture of the Avata prop thing, and
here we go again.
From the design right here, I can see if at any time and point it got weak around the screws, which seem to be the weakest points on there, I could see the blade popping off. But getting back to what we were talking about, this classic Herman was what I was waiting for.
Okay.
It's what I was waiting for. 4K at 120 frames, 5K at 50 frames instead of 5K at 30, which is what I have with my Air 2S. That would be a bit of an upgrade. Plus a working aperture.
Well, you mean in a variable aperture?
Yeah, variable, because we don't know if it's mechanical or not confirmed yet.
Well, when I say variable, meaning that you can adjust it, not that it is fixed. And it wouldn't be fixed at a 2.8, you know, or maybe slightly higher, working with a lens system that will, you understand what I'm saying too?
Yeah. I get it.
So you understand what I'm saying too? So
yeah.
With that being said, I'm expecting that guys would like to get something like this because it keeps the price down.
Yeah.
They can keep the price down and sell this drone and take advantage of some of the features that were featured on the Mavic 3 that actually were used on something like the Mini 3, with such like the aerodynamics in the legs, you know, the new battery flight time and stuff like that. And that 4/3 sensor, being able to get that into the hands of more people at a slightly lower cost. What the price will be, I don't know. And I'm hoping you can bring it in at classic prices of $1,500.
Well, I saw written down, not on Drone XL, either there or deals. One of them had quoted 1,500, and another one had quoted 1,400. So we will see. We shall see. If they hit that price tag of 1,400, I see it's doable. It'd be even more doable at 13, but we'll see what they do. No one seems to know exactly what the price. No one knows what DJI is going to price until DJI puts it out. But we can speculate and stuff like that.
Okay, but you know what? I would like to bring this topic back up later. But what I do want to do right now is that I have this lady here from New York City here. She's, like I said,
she's a Brooklyn school teacher.
She's got her feet on the ground in the game, and she's working with the kids, and she's working hard with them on these STEAM learning. And I had to bring her on to talk, you know, to her about what she has going on.
In the lower right hand corner, unmute your mic.
You know,
and mic is, will not unmute my mic. How you guys doing?
And we have Shantel Nubian.
How are you, Shantel?
I'm great. How are you guys? So nice to have you. I'm great. I'm so happy to be here
How
with
you
you guys.
We
can't-
we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool.
We brought her on because she has, from what I was looking at, she has this unique and incredible teaching style that she has with the children. And I told you guys earlier, it was very interesting on how we met, because she had commented on a video that I put out, and she came to a meetup, and straight from Best Buy with her drone, and we got it going and everything like that.
Still got the box.
I keep,
that's devotion.
My junk too.
That's devotion, because you came to the meetup out to Uber with your Best Buy bag, ready to talk about let's fly.
Let's fly, boy.
It wasn't even powered up. She was like, let's go. What do we got to do? And before the night was over, you made the flight in and everything.
And
my first flight with the DJI Mini 2 ever. It was super awesome.
Hey, Draymond from the group says a recovery drones. That's Draymond. He's saying, "What's up, Miss Shantel?"
Hey, Raymond, how you doing, brother?
Draymond.
Sorry, brother.
Yeah, no problem. But go ahead, Herman.
Well, Shantel is from the Van Siclen Community Middle School in East New York, Brooklyn, where she is doing some very phenomenal work with students over there. I mean, I take my hat off to her. The work that she's doing is beautiful. They have a program where she, I mean, honestly, I looked at some of the stuff that's going on over there, and I was like, I wish that I was in school now.
You had this when we were in school,
because
right?
when I was in school at this time, I was a knucklehead, and I didn't think that I was gonna make it.
But you did.
Yeah, I did. But I mean, I didn't have any teachers like you teaching stuff like this.
Right, like right here, you're teaching kids how to code and create their own video game.
It was super fun.
But that's what I wanted to ask you about, Shantel. This video game, Programming 301. Tell me a little bit about that, because I'm really interested in that, because this is beautiful.
Go ahead. I'll show some more while you talk. Go ahead.
Cool. Well, I teach classes online. I also teach in schools, such as you mentioned, Van Siclen Community Middle School. I also worked with IS 61 in Staten Island. I also worked with Phyllis Wheatley in the spring. And so, yes, I originally started out in STEM as a coding instructor, robotics, with the Lego EV3. But I've always been, I guess you could say, a techie. And I was also learning computer science on my own. And I thought, teaching is a great way to accelerate your learning, for you to digest the information. At the same time, you can expose youth to STEAM careers, STEAM topics that they probably never heard of. And teaching coding to the youth, teaching drones, STEAM education is really a passion of mine, a passion business of mine. I do it part-time. I do grant writing to, pay the bills, but I love to teach kids how to code. And we got into that. So we go on Tinker. So the actual game that you guys saw is on Tinker and tinker.com.
And Sunshine wants to know really quick, what Sunshine, that's the question, what program are they using for coding?
Okay, so we're using Tinker to code. And we're also going to, because Tinker is like, I guess you could say Scratch, but you can use Tinker to code video games like you saw, drones. You can actually code the parrot drones like the Mambo and the Rolling Spider. You actually can code microbits like mini computers. You can create video games. They even have Minecraft modding. So if your kid likes to play Minecraft, they have a coding course for that as well. So it's very similar to Scratch, but really why I like Tinker is because it has visual programming, and then it also has Python, JavaScript, and Swift. These are very popular languages. Python is used to code Google and Instagram. You know, it's a major coding
Python
language.
is more web-based.
Yes, it is more web-based, more back-end, but you know, gathering all the information, the data, and the techie stuff in the background. Python is awesome at that. JavaScript is also used for a lot of video games, right? So you can also use that. And then there's Swift, which I believe is coded by.
Something about to blow up?
Oh, that's my son playing with his toys.
Just he got something beeping like it was about to go off.
He playing with a Kato.
Okay, but you know what? I also wanted to ask you about the coding bingo.
Oh yeah, that was super fun. So I try in Nubian Steam Adventures. Yes, very good. Yes, Akato. Give me 1 second and let me have them preoccupied. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Sure.
All right, he's gone. So somebody asked me a question. I'm sorry, he threw me off.
The coding bingo.
Coding bingo. So that was super fun. In my classes, I don't like to teach in the traditional form. I think it's a little boring. And we learn more. Yeah. We learn more when we're having fun, right? You're able to, the amount of information you're able to record in your memory computer, your mind computer, is directly associated to the emotional attachment to it, right? So because we like flying drones and it's so enjoyable for us, that's why we're able to, you know, have fun and learn faster. So I put that same practice in my teaching. They call it gamification, game-based learning practices, just adding game concepts to your lesson to make it more engaging, more fun, and competitive for students. So I found this coding bingo game online at teacherspayteachers.com. And basically it was a fun way for us to not necessarily have a review, you know, end of the year review, but actually to turn it into a game to see how many of these coding concepts they learn, such as algorithm, loops, conditional statements, actors, objects, variables, etc. And that was really fun to do with the kids. So, and they actually knocked that out the park.
Well, it's funny because you mentioned some of the stuff you just mentioned, and I used to. They didn't call it coding back then. They just called it programming. But I go back so far. I go back to DB4, the database 4. Yes, yes. We did an entire computer system for a school and use it as a model in 170 other satellite schools.
Wow,
But
that's awesome.
We set up the entire registry system, programming, everything that was involved with the school, because back then the Board of Ed was running on Unix.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely.
And we were transitioning. They said, if you can come up, New York City said, if you can come up with a way to transition from Unix to PC, which is what they were doing back then.
Yeah.
We'd like to see. And everyone seemed to be heading towards DB4, which is database 4 programming.
Yeah.
So when you mentioned loops and stuff like that, I was like, hey, I remember
it's coming back to me.
I remember that. That's good.
Wait,
awesome.
How long have they been doing this over at Siclen middle school?
Well, they've been a STEM focused type of school for years now, ever since the founding principal, Adonna McFarland. I think it was founded about 10 years ago. She founded the school, and Kojo Campbell, who was the assistant principal at the time, they have STEM classes, robotics, and you actually saw us in the tech lab where we were playing coding bingo, and they have the robotics competition. So they always were into STEM, and I'm really not sure how I got placed at Siclen, but I did. And the principal
matters.
Yes, that's all that matters. And that's actually a pilot, Pelo Grassi. He is safety educators, SEC, I forgot, with the FAA. And I reached out to him, and he's actually a lawyer by day, and he flies. He's not only a drone pilot, but he's a real pilot as well, an airman pilot. And He's awesome. So he came to the school, he spoke to the kids. We actually gave out, the kids were coding games, you know, flying drones, programming them in Python. So if you have the Tello drone, like I have here, I actually was teaching at the park today. I saw some of my old students at Phyllis Wheatley, and you can actually program this Tello drone here in Python. So that was really fun. And so they were really working really hard. So I said, you know what? It ain't nothing for me to purchase some drone for my students. And not only that, I've seen a lot of disparity. Like I've worked in STEM for like the last 7-8 years. I've worked for different companies. I worked uptown. I worked, you know, downtown at private schools like St. Paul, where there's lots of resources and the rich kids are at.
Right.
But when I get to code in Harlem or in East New York or Flatbush, there's always a discrepancy. 1 or 2 students, and even in the wealthier schools, I always have a Black or Latino student that's very interested in technology, STEM, coding.
But doesn't have the access.
That doesn't have the access, that is saving up for a computer, right? And, you know, other kids that are rich and, you know, from different ethnicities, they're like, why are you saving up for a computer? They can't even imagine, like, why would they have to do that? But, you know, I try to help them, and I even donated some Chromebooks and stuff like that. So when I worked at Van Siclen, one of the things at Nubia STEAM Adventures, I tried to instill in my company is, I call it tech equity, right? Tech equity devices. So I want to at least have every student can have one device, tech device, that they can explore STEM at home. Because when school is over, those tablets, those laptops, they go right back to school, and the kids don't have access. So I'm working on incorporating my nonprofit. It's actually incorporated. I'm getting the 501c3 done for that hopefully this year, so that I can start getting grant funding, so I don't have to pay out of pocket for these tech devices. But yeah, I would love for that, like a kid that wants to learn how to code, wants to learn how to fly drones, they can go to my website and say, hey, you know, apply for something, get a scholarship. So that's my vision, essentially.
Well, it's good to see something going on in Brooklyn, especially. Like you said, it's so much easier for other schools to get funding and money out in the rural areas like Long Island and you know, places, the real suburbia.
And even certain places in here in the city.
Yeah, it is.
But I noticed that where you were flying from in the video was that Gershwin.
Yes, so that's right behind. Gershwin is actually
okay.
The
so
same
that's right there by the
Van
school.
Siclen. Yes,
so that's
absolutely.
the old Gershwin Junior High School.
Absolutely.
Okay,
it
so they
still
just
has a sign up there. Yeah, they did. And it has a charter school in there as well. So they kind of split it up. And a high school on the 3rd floor. Never see those high school students.
That's strange. I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, they too.
I didn't know they had that. Wow. High school.
High school on the 3rd floor, charter school, elementary on the 2nd floor, and then Van Siclen middle schools on the 1st floor. It's very interesting.
Okay. So now on your what is your website again? So I can maybe put it in the chat, because
absolutely.
Yes, please let that get out. Let it spread.
If you're actually in the live stream on the chat, or you're just on Zoom and not watching the chat, I thank you so much. I have it right here. Nubia, I got it. I can copy and paste it to the chat here. And there you go. Now, my question is, on your site, or how can people find out how to get into this? Like someone asked us last week, how do we know if our school is acceptable for STEM programs and STEAM? Explain to them that most government agencies have funding, but if you don't ask, they're not going to tell you. So, you know, that is there a way that someone can find out how to start learning to code, or say someone wants to go to after school program and teach kids how to code? Yeah, absolutely.
Where they go? So how can they learn how to code on their own, or find? Or
no, say I'm a paraprofessional, or I'm a teacher, and I'm interested in trying to introduce this
to their school,
to my school.
Absolutely. So tinker.com is a great option. They have an educators portal where you can actually sign up kids, check their progress. They also have the cheat sheet. So if you don't know how to code, you'll be straight. And it has animated lessons, et cetera, et cetera. It's really gamified. What else is good? Code Combat is also a good route, codecombat.com. And they teach, it's like an RPG game, like a Zelda, so to speak, but you control your characters with code. So instead of moving forward, I would have to go move up. I would have to type in move up 3 spaces or something like that.
Right.
So it's a really cool game, and they actually can learn web design.
It teaches you
Python.
the basics. It teaches you the basics of, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can actually code some really cool projects. And also on Tinker, you can code really cool projects there too.
.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think those are 2 good starts. And then also the, I guess you could say, one people usually know for younger people is Scratch. Scratch is a great one. But I think Tinker is a little bit more fun.
There's another question from Ray of Sunshine in the chat. They asked, question, is this all boys school or an all boys class, or just not a lot of girls enrolled? Also looks like a lot of the schools are becoming charters. Is funding different with charter schools?
Well, that's
well, as far as answering the part as far as charter schools, from what I understand, the funding isn't much different. It's just like New York City's way of relinquishing their job onto private companies or whoever's interested in opening a charter school. But where you're at is not an all boys school, correct?
What I find is a different stab at education than the traditional thing.
Yeah, with charter school, I hear it's a little tricky because it's private, but they get funding from DOE. So a lot of the times they have like this beef, so to speak, between each other because they're fighting for the same funding. So they don't have like a different pool of money. They're more competitive than public schools. So sometimes
Okay, so in the question, whereas are there just not a lot of girls interested? Because yourself, you came to a meetup with us and it was you and Luna.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Luna, there's about 7 guys there. Do you find this as a major disparity when you go through schools to see more boys interested than girls, or how do you see it?
I think that is just the norm. Usually it's more, there's usually more boys in class. It'll be like an 80-20, 90-10 type of split. But I think that has a lot to do with like exposure. And because when I get, for example, I was teaching at Phyllis Wheatley this spring, and their classes is more diverse. Like I literally I wasn't in after school. I was like during the day. So while they're still in class. And I was teaching 4th and 5th graders, and some of the girls, they're like, oh, I don't want to code. I want to be a dancer. Oh, I want to be on TikTok, And I said, TikTok and dancing is cool too, but coding, you feel me? You could get enough money to open up your own dancing school. You feel me?
Big Matt says hello.
Matt, peace, Matt. How you doing? So after, usually with the girly girls, because I'm a tomboy. I don't know if y'all know. Like growing up as a teenager, I played basketball. I wore basketball shorts. That was comfortable for me. Handball, softball, volleyball, Pokemon, anime,
sports.
Yeah, I like playing it. I don't like watching it. I mean, I could tolerate watching it, but you're not gonna be like, oh my god, the Knicks are playing. That's not me. But I'll go outside and I'll dribble, even though I suck. But anyway, so I suck bad. But it's a good workout. So yeah, after I I'll be like, just try it out. But after the girls try out, I'm like, oh my God, this is fun. You know what I mean? They be going in. The girls be just as competitive as the boys. So I think it's all about exposing our children, both boys and girls, to STEM in a fun way so that they'll get interested. Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I was always telling Lawrence about a lot of things when it comes to stuff like these things, like what was perceived to be, and as adults now,
Mhm.
you know, and going over to the adult world and the same question asked, their toys. I don't have
Yeah.
time for toys. But once you get
Love
into
toys.
when you get into checking out what it is,
Mhm.
you might think a little different about it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it looks like a toy, but for me, I'm a big kid, so I don't mind the toy label. But it's actually a tool, right? It's not a toy; it's
Yes.
a tool.
Yes, you're right.
You can use to take you to the next level of wherever you want to go, whether that's your own business, whether that's becoming a pilot, whether that's teaching in schools, whether that's shooting music videos,
Right.
real estate videos. It's a great tool to get your foot in the door, and especially if you get your Part 107, you could actually create income. And what I love about this, like next year, I'm really gonna try to pilot having some youth pass the Part 107, hopefully my little cousins, to show, parents, teenagers that your child can get certified like in skills before they actually graduate. And those skills, I believe, will help them stand out on their college applications, their job applications. You know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah.
Of course, yes. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, you're doing some really great work with these kids, and I take my hat off to you. Beautiful work.
Thank you. Beautiful. I'm trying. I need to come out there with you guys so I can I want to shoot some video with some drone pilots so that they can get a feel of like what drone pilots do. So I would love to come out and like lunches on me, shadow you guys, and just learn and
hang out with us.
Yeah, and show kids, you can do this too.
Well, Shantel, it's cheaper to put clothes on my back than it is to feed me, but we would hang anyway. You can come hang.
The rent is high.
You don't have to buy food, because then you buy food, I'm like a bear, I want to sleep and shit.
Oh, I was gonna cook, so I definitely can't bring that then. What about I'll bring a to-go box, a lunch box after.
Okay, now see, that'll work.
Let's put a trough basket on them and let them.
And let me sit in the corner and go to sleep, because that's what's going to happen.
On them.
You guys are funny. Oh, man. But I'll cook some, what you want? Some fried chicken, some brown stew chickens, rice and peas. I got you.
All right. We'll see now.
Yeah, Jamaicans is in the building. Yeah, man. Medea. Yeah, I can cook.
See, that's what's up. So Ray of Sunshine says, true about exposure. You can film yourself dancing, videography, also using Follow Me drone grants, ideas, perhaps. For our guests, I have shown so many people. I've taught a lot of people how to fly drones. Yeah. Okay, and a lot of them have gone in different directions. Some have stopped flying drones and went to cameras. Some have actually taken it to the next level and got their 107, and then unfortunately, some have gone rogue. But we can't
rogue as in rebel, like flying anywhere they want, doing their thing. Oh, okay. I ain't mad at that. I want to follow them too. Like,
okay, Big Matt, congrats.
What Big Matt said.
He got his action.
Work. He's listening.
He's listening. He got his action
stream, but he got his
GoPro.
He got his Action 3 camera today.
Yo, my GoPro is acting crazy. I was trying to film in class today, and it's like the SD card ain't working, so I gotta bring this back.
How long have you had the SD? How long you had the SD card?
It's like a new one. I haven't had it that long, and I tried another one. I have a couple.
Did you format it on the PC?
I did. I did.
No, but there's two ways to do it. You can format it on the PC or format it in the camera. Format it in the camera. Try that.
I did, and it said SD card error. So something wrong.
I got a question for you. How long have you had the GoPro?
About a year now. Why? Well, this one is actually new. I got it a couple months ago. Because I lost the 8, so I got the 9.
Oh, okay. So you still got warranty on it?
Yeah. I still got the warranty. I'm a
hit them up
for Best Buy.
Hit them up. That's right.
What I would do is what I would suggest is what I would seriously suggest is get another type SD card and see if you have the same problem. Then if you have the same problem, take that sucker back. You got it under warranty.
Hit them up.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
worked before, it should work again. Hit them up.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Let them
Yeah.
figure out
That's
why
why
it's not
people like
working.
that. As long as you got that warranty, you can crash. You can. I know people who fly FPV. You know, we put the cameras on our drones, right?
Yeah.
The same camera. We use the GoPro 7, 6, 5s, 8.
Oh,
We put them on top of our drones. So
why?
why?
Better footage? The camera
Hey,
doesn't have
footage,
better.
baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
On the FPV drones,
The
not on the
DJI's had.
camera drone.
Oh, got you. Okay,
Yeah.
FPVs. Got you. Nice.
See,
I definitely want to learn how to fly FPVs.
not
Shit is
only do
sick.
I fly camera drone, but see, this is a mount
Nice.
for the
Did you
GoPro.
3D print that?
No, I pay people for it. I don't have a
Oh,
3D
okay.
printer. I pay
Oh,
for my
okay.
prints.
With your high energy and FPV, I can only imagine that.
I'm gonna kill it, boy. I play video games too, or used to. Shit. But you know, I downloaded the simulator Liftoff.
Uh-huh.
And I
Oh,
saw.
check this out. Jim's droning said V30 SD cards only in GoPros.
Could you put that in the chat for me? I'll
I
take a note of
got
that.
you. I
Thank
will
you.
copy it and put it in our personal chat here.
Yeah, but thank you so much. But when
Yeah.
I'm flying on the the simulator, bro, mine is like I can't get it. It's like this. It's like a Flappy Bird. I'm like, yo, how do I?
That's what's called. I just put it in the chat, but that's what's
Thank
called
you.
throttle control. That
Yeah.
comes in with learning how the drone feels.
It's
When-
hard. It's so much harder than the DJI. It's
Well, that's because it's manual. Because DJI, you can let go of the controls and it'll stay there. But then
Mhm.
go to controls, it's going to drop out of the sky.
Yeah, it definitely do. Bloop. I'm like, dang.
But practice throttle control. Practice with your thumb. Don't try and fly. Hey, what's up, Cool Bic? Don't try and fly straight. First, try to fly. Learn how it feels. If I press
Cool Bic.
50%, if I go 50% on the throttle, how
Yeah.
fast does it go up?
50% speed.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're on a simulator, try those things.
Okay, I will.
To get
I will.
the feel of it. To get the feel of it.
Maybe one day I could come back on the show and you guys could give me a lesson. I'll pull out the Xbox controller.
Oh, please. That's what I did until I got a radio, an FPV radio.
Oh,
I used
cool.
the Xbox controller.
Yeah, that's what I
It's the
have.
same
Cool.
concept, just different control. It's the same concept, just you're holding an Xbox controller.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
thing. So
Yeah. 2 joysticks, can't go wrong. But
Yeah.
I
I'll
did
say
see that
this.
you could also hook up it's 6:30. They ain't bothered me yet, so I think I'm okay.
what's up, Ron?
You know what I would tell you?
What's up?
With the great work that you're doing, anytime you're willing to come on here and share with us what you're doing in that school, I'm willing to listen.
I want to commend
I'm sure
you.
Lawrence is willing to listen. Everyone here
Yes,
is willing to listen
I
because
want to commend you for what you're doing for the kids in Brooklyn. You don't
Thank
hear
you.
about these STEAM programs in places like Brooklyn or with a lot of disparity.
not much. You don't hear much of anything in Brooklyn.
But because of you and a very few other teachers out there, there's going to be a community of kids coming up that now they have a dream. They have something to look forward to. And it's not something that everyone's doing. You know?
And these are kids that may go on to, say, after high school, look at towards, colleges that offer degrees in something in aviation.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
You don't have to fly drones.
Yeah, it's a stepping stone. It's a tool to get you to the next step, I believe. So you
Right.
can
The
you
next
can stick with it and
engineer.
master it. Absolutely. And that's my goal. I want to inspire and motivate our youth to actually pursue STEM careers. I was
And
at the
that's great.
I was
What
at
you
the
saying?
park and I actually saw one of my old students at Phyllis Wheatley. And she was like, "Oh, Miss Nubia." I was like, "Hey," got tall as heck. But she loves flying drones. And I told her that I have an extra kit at home and that I'm gonna drop it by her school tomorrow.
Okay.
See, that's what's up now. Now, say I wanted, just hypothetically, say I wanted to invest money for those drone kits. Where do you get them from? I may not want to teach it, but I may want to donate money to a teacher who may be interested in it. Where do you pick up these kits? Where do you get the Tello kits from? How does that work?
Well, absolutely. So on my website, nubiansteamadventures.org,
Put it in
you
the
can,
chat, Lawrence.
yeah, you could actually go in the store, and I already have links
On
for,
your site.
yes,
Yeah.
on
Okay,
my site.
I got it. So
And if you click on the store tab, it should open up a page where the drones that I personally use to teach in class, they're there, but you can also find them on Amazon. And those are actually direct links to Amazon, direct links to Sane Smart Jr., who created this drone kit, build a drone kit. And this, I like this one. You can't program it, but you actually build it. So they cover like the engineering topics. And then it has a controller in here. I actually built this one.
what's up, Dan?
It has a little controller, and you can fly it.
So it teaches you the basic fundamentals of building a drone, the flight controller, ESCs.
And you use this one in your class, right?
Yes, I've used this. Yeah, and as well as the Tello. So it's really cool.
That's beautiful.
Because I do know that certain government organizations, well, certain governments, it depends on what state you're in, they have funding for the Tello program. There's something called the Tello program. It's something related where you can apply to Microsoft and let them know that you're teaching. And I think they have some kind of link or something that helps you get these Tello machines in bulk.
Nice.
So
if you ever like, I am going to research that. But
let me research that and try and forward you the information. We're friends on Facebook, but there is a place that I know that offers Tello sets and programming kits to teachers at a discount. At a discount.
Nice. Because they're about $100 each, so that would be sweet. And I want these kids to keep it, so that they can actually explore at home, So that would be awesome. I would love that information. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and with a simple game controller, they can fly it. Yeah.
With the Tello?
Yeah.
The Tello, they use their phone because it's Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, they use their phone, but they're also they actually have a controller. It looks like a
regular
PS3.
game controller.
Really? How? That's what's up. I had to buy the Game Sir Tello controller that cost me $50.
Let me find out that information, and sometime before the week is out,
it's compatible.
It in the right direction.
PlayStation and all those other things too.
Yeah, PlayStation and Xbox controllers.
That is great, man. You about to let me take it to another level.
See, look right there.
Oh, that's the Game Sir. That ain't no PlayStation controller. That's a Tello controller. It's Tello. I know. I got one right in the back. That ain't no place. That's a Tello controller. Game Sir. I know that one well. Yes, sir. Yeah, but it's lit though. It's lit.
See, it says here that it's also compatible with the PS3.
Oh, I stand corrected. All right, sister, learning something today. Thank you.
We'll see.
Flips out, it holds your phone.
And
you can fly the Tello with it.
Yeah, that's in a box somewhere.
All right. Well, listen, I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing. And it's not only, if you weren't in Brooklyn, you'd be doing it somewhere else in the neighborhoods of dispersity.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that we got you to come on here to let people know that there's a lot of people interested in our youth, because we talk about this topic on our live stream and where America has to invest in America. And it usually starts with the teachers, because I used to be a high school teacher.
What did you teach?
On computer science. And they actually taught me that if you speak to someone like an adult and you lay the law down and you let them know this is going to happen or this is going to happen, they kind of say, well, they don't have a third option. And what I mean by that is they put me in a class with a teacher who went out sick, teaching computer science, and the entire class, this is City as a school. The students in Manhattan, their parents are in the Philharmonic, their parents are authors, they're doctors and surgeons. So these kids often don't see their parents. They go home, checking account, everything. They buy their own food. But
The nanny, if they're lucky.
But when they came to inspect my class, all the kids were working on the computer. And the teacher's like, yo, he bribed them. He had to. What did he do? And you know what I told him? I got right to the kid's mind. I said, we have to do this work here. If you let me go through this and you take notes the way you're supposed to, it's a 55-minute class. I can be finished in 25 minutes, which gives the rest of you kids the rest of that time to play video games on those computers there. And guess
I give free time to my kids too, and they love that.
That's what we did the work. Kids participated, and they went and they were there. They got to play the video games, and that's how I got them to learn.
It's cool.
A little coercion.
Feel like they're part of the process.
Yes. So if you make them think it's their idea, you know, doesn't want to play video games.
Yeah, who doesn't?
If you tell Shantel, tell him, Shantel. There's a few people in the chat that were flying with us when you met us. Cool Bick, which is Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Big Matt. You know,
Hey,
Big
Matt.
Matt.
I remember Ray and Matt.
And then Classic Ron.
Ron, what's up, Ron?
Yeah, Ron chat also. So not only are you on the panel with us, but all of us have flown together. And yes, that works, Lawrence. Wife does tell me that all the time. If you do what you have to, you can play video games. I'm reading the chat here.
Oh, I can't see what you guys see. Sorry.
Yeah, the guy.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah. Jim, I would do what I have to do.
So you can go out and ride your bike.
Sky Control says,
freedom, man.
I love kids, but I curse too much.
I curse a lot too at home. In my room. Got that filter.
I'm all alone in my room.
All alone. Dropping MFs and Bs all day.
The stress reliever.
Yeah, especially when I'm flying that damn simulator. God damn it.
Well, you know what? Just remember what I said. Throttle control is important. If you can take off, you can fly. The trick is keeping your thumb from moving up and down, and that's why you do that little bunny hop thing. Now, what I mean by just testing it, if you go up in the air full throttle and come down, and you'll see what it takes to slow it down, and it's throttle control.
Gotcha.
I can't say it any other way. It'll make life so much easier if you just practice throttle control. Don't worry
practice
through buildings and under cars and all that stuff, and through hitting gaps. That'll come naturally once you learn how the bird feels.
Nice. I will. Thank you so much.
Same thing when you had your maiden flight with your Mini. Remember? He was like, no, you was dying to just go.
I know, it was going super fast.
Everybody told you easy.
Yeah, easy on the sticks.
Yeah. I'm telling you the same thing. The same thing applies.
Pinch.
Okay.
Pinch them.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to be like you guys someday. You're right. I'll try it. Ooh, what's that? You got the new screen, the new controller. Which one is that? Oh, yes, that's the Mini 3 controller.
Pinch.
How does it fly? Pinch. Oh my God. How does it fly? Same thing.
Flies pretty good.
I'm jealous.
Pretty good.
Well, you know what?
To Miami, I've taken it a few places. I fly out. Well, the first time I flew out in Calvert with it, they had to get it. So you know how DJI is. They got to do their updates and work out all the bugs in the kit.
Yeah, you went through all of that.
And after a couple of weeks, you're flying something that's great.
Nice.
I took it down to Florida and flew it a little bit down there. And
that's another thing. Jim's droning
Jamaica Bay.
Jim's droning says, remember, Shantel, very slow, pitch forward.
Yes. I'll try my best.
That's key to it, because if you push the throttle. Now, also, in what simulator are you using?
I have a few here. Let me see. I have Liftoff.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right
FP
there.
drone simulator. Yeah.
In liftoff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the camera angle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Camera angle down to 15% and start there. You can't go fast because your camera angle will dictate how fast you go. So start out at 15 degrees and work between 15 and 20 to see where you're comfortable. And you can't help but go slow. Because if you pick fast, you're going to look at the ground. So you're going to have to slow down.
Okay, I'm taking notes. All right, cool.
All
Yes,
right.
yes, yes. Yes, I was like,
You want to say hi? You can't. That's not a stare, baby. And my son want to say hi to you guys. Say hi.
Hi.
hey, what's up?
Hello. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How are you?
You flying too?
What's
We
up,
was
man?
flying drones.
How are you?
I'm good.
Um, hold on, buddy. Hold on.
Yeah, lift off, Shantel. A lot of people
You hear
use
that?
other ones.
Say
Yes.
hi. Say hi.
Hi.
All right.
Hi, how you
How you
doing?
doing?
I'm
Hope all is
good.
well.
All right. You enjoy yourself?
Droner blocks. I used to program Nitello. Yeah, she does this stuff
Yeah.
in the
Mommy
school.
soon come. Let me get your tablet. I'll be right back.
Do you know how to fly a drone like mommy?
Yes, I do.
You
Okay.
do? Are you
Yeah.
pretty good at it?
Yeah.
Eat your food, okay? Go
You
eat your food before it gets cold. Now,
Yeah.
go.
Oh, he messed up.
Gotta go eat
Dun,
dinner.
dun.
Go eat your food so you can play. All right?
Hold on.
Sorry about that. Got
That's
you
okay.
bribing.
We totally understand. We totally understand. Trust
Yeah. I think I probably got to go now to regulate. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
me. No, well, we appreciate you coming on, and we want
Yes,
you to
we really appreciate you
and
coming on and hanging out with
at
us.
some time
Thank
and
you so
point before
much.
the week is out, I will message you with a link or something pointing you in a direction of being able to obtain telos for teachers, because there is a program that the government is doing to help
Yes,
teachers.
there is. I've heard of such program, but Lawrence, we're gonna research that and get that information out to her.
Yes, definitely will.
Thank you so much for
Chantel-
having me on, you guys. This was super
Chantel,
fun.
no, I thank you for coming on because sharing what it is that you're doing with these kids, you know, helping the youth get to the next level. It's like so many people just pass them on and really don't care, and especially in these neighborhoods such as that when you're in.
Yeah.
That's been like a forgotten place for a long
Susan
time.
Lee says, have a wonderful night. God bless.
I
Lift
thank you very much for what you're
Yes,
doing out there.
Liftoff is
Thank you,
online.
brother.
Thank you.
I think
Thank you, brother.
Liftoff is online. It is, you do have to pay a small amount of money, but once you do, you downloaded it forever. But
Yeah, I
thank
have
you,
it. I
Chantel.
downloaded it. Thank you so much. Thank
No,
you.
Thank you. We appreciate you know, coming on and hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
share-
Send me this
sharing what it
video
is
so I
that you
can
do.
watch it, you know, and send me the links when you guys are
I got you. I
can
got you.
listen. All right.
We
Say
will.
bye,
Thank you for
Jamil.
thank you for teaching the youth of New York.
No
Thank you.
problem. Have a blessed night, you guys.
Happy birthday.
All right, good night,
Stay
little
fly
man.
Good night.
easy.
Good night.
Good night. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Let me know when you're ready to piss off the drone community, Lawrence.
What happened?
You know, I'm always up to do a show. You know what, Dan, the man, we're gonna talk. We will talk.
What happened?
Definitely. No, Dan, the iFix shit is saying, let me know when I'm ready to piss people off. You know what? That might be good, Dan, because we have someone that comes in and harasses. They try to harass me during the live stream. So maybe if I have you come on next Sunday or something, we can have a fun show specifically about them. But it's almost that time, Herman. You need to. I gotta excuse myself. I gotta excuse myself for like 2 minutes, man.
What do you got to do?
I'll be back.
Oh, excuse me. He might have to go and use the bathroom.
I heard that.
I'm glad you did. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom. Who knows? But yeah, anyway, So yeah, that was very interesting with Miss Chantel. I'm glad that the work that she's doing with the students and at the school, and she's working now like she mentioned at a couple of different schools here in the city. So I take my hat off to her with the wonderful work that she's doing with the students, opening their minds and broadening their horizons to new and things that they would probably they see and just take for granted. Never thought that they would get involved in some of those things. What happened? Oh, well, Big Matt. I mean, the jokes is jokes, but like I said, it was not even Big Matt. That's I fiction, yeah. But yeah, yeah. I just want to say, yeah, as I was saying that I take my hat off to her and the wonderful work that she's doing with these kids, and opening their mind to things, and that could probably shape where they go with the way the direction that they take with their education from that point, as far as to going to high school and looking towards college and getting into some of these programs that they have in these colleges in aviation. You might be looking at one of the students that might build the next plane that might take someone from here to California. You never know.
True.
Might work on the next flight controller for a specific plane that's developed by Boeing or these other companies. Whoever knows, I don't know. Anyone knows.
Any direction. Yes, Chantel, I agree, Big Matt. She is good people. The fact that she was willing to meet with a bunch of people she never met before and jump out of an Uber with a brand new drone, ready to learn, eager to learn, that's what it's about. Ray of Sunshine says, right, Herman, there at least have the choice to choose, right? And you can't have a choice to choose if you don't know.
Right. If you don't know what's happening, you don't know what to look for. You just take whatever is handed to you.
And
Once she's opening their minds to something that you
no one else is
priceless.
doing.
It's priceless because it's if you know the neighborhood, you know that it's not really an area where many of the things that are offered in the city are offered to them.
Yeah.
It's
true. Here, Matt's laughing. He said, brand new Best Buy bag.
Yeah,
it didn't even have a wrinkle in it, right?
Brand spanking new receipt still clipped onto the bag.
As Biggie told me, I don't know now. I know I'm confused. I don't know now. I know I'm confused. You have a point there. But Dan, we will definitely talk before the week is out as well, because I've been thinking about having you on. And since we've been having this individual that used to be on the live stream coming in and harassing, it'd be good to have you on a live stream. And I want to see if they come in then, so we could have some fun. One of those BS accounts, Dan, and you already know who it is because of the way they type. One of those type situations. But enough with that. What do we have here? We have the we did that. The Nano. The Nano Autel is having a Prime Day deal. Okay, the Autel Nano Plus drone, $674 in Prime Day deals. Adds subject tracking. They're adding subject tracking to their drones. I had no idea that the Evo, the Evo Nano Plus, the 250-gram drone, on Amazon Prime Day, they had a 25% discount. That's what it was. But I had no idea that the Autel drones did not do tracking, or at least that those Nanos didn't. I know a few of the bigger ones do, but is that something new?
It was just added in a firmware update. Autel's sub 250 gram drone, the Evo Nano Plus, you know, is like I said, you mentioned the 25% off discount
On Amazon
on
Prime
Amazon
Day.
Prime Day, which today is the last day of Prime Day.
Yeah.
Has a new firmware update that will bring tracking and follow me, tracking to this drone, an automatically or autonomous flight, as we would call it.
Right.
So it will do it now with this drone. And the beautiful thing about it is that you can purchase this drone for the lovely price of $674. Like I said, it's a 25% off discount, and the drone originally priced at $899.
Yeah.
So, for $674, it's not bad. You could jump on that. It's a quite capable drone, provided
It is. It has
a
that
good
low
one out of
light
the batch.
sensor. Thank you, Ray. We appreciate you.
Provided you get a good one out of the batch. And, we covered a few things tonight. We even covered, our wonderful Chinese drone and military weapons manufacturer, DJI, and some of the things that they do.
That's how you can introduce them from now on?
Well, if the United States government wants to be fucking stupid, I'm going to just announce them as such.
Yeah, I know. There's the Nano video. If you're interested in learning about their tracking system now, you could play the video with sound, how they're bragging. The new firmware update will allow their drones to track. I think we're good, man. We had a decent stream. We had Shantel on. We had a good crowd in here. We
had fun.
We had a good crowd. We had the usual harasser that tries to harass, but
your homie.
My homie?
Your homie.
Yeah, my homie. Listen, I'm honored that you would take out the time to create fake YouTube accounts to come in and say stupid shit during our live stream. That means you're taking more energy to look like an ass, what you really look like. That's all I'm saying. With your sickly colored skin. That's all I'm going to say. But with that, we got about a couple of minutes left before we get out of here. Yeah, you missed the rap, Big Mac.
I'm just, wow. I don't know.
You Chaser, what's good, bro?
I don't even know how to answer or come back after that. But well, let's just hope that the update comes out pretty soon.
Yes, because
understanding that the backwards
I'm ready.
It's supposedly
with my Air 2X. Oh, we're not talking about that. We're still talking about Ortel.
No, we were talking about the backwards.
I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. Like, karma will prevail. Susan Lee, you take
backwards
breath and you smile.
compatibility testing, according to Deal's drones, is pretty much completed with Chinese weapons, drone and military weapons expert.
Yeah, DJI. Dajing Industries. Get it right. It's Dan. We'll talk. We'll have to talk personally, Dan. But I already know who it is. I just have to ignore it. And a couple of the admins kicked him out anyway. Kept timing them out. They didn't ban him, but they timed him out. So you'd have to wait 300 minutes or whatever it was to come back, which I thought was amusing because you don't see the irony in it. I smack you on your hand, you come back in. Someone else smacks you on your hand and come, hey, Chin Dynasty. So they came back in. So if you want to take the energy to do that, we welcome it.
Maybe he's part cat. He doesn't learn from being smacked on the head.
He might learn from a kick in the rib. You're saying?
I don't know.
Exposed video coming. Huh?
I don't know how cats learn. I know that when they're focused on something, that
there's something called cat off. It's water in a spray bottle.
Yeah.
My friend calls it cat off. As soon as he reaches for the bottle, the cats are out. I was because they know, and he wrote on it in marker, cat off. So when he wants the cat off or something, or all he's got to do is reach for the bottle, and the
Oh,
cats take
you
off.
know what's funny?
You're wet.
Someone told me that that's how you can train them to stay off your furniture. And
No,
jump
I have a
on
better
too.
one. I have a better one than that. If you want to, and I learned this from a customer. I walked into her house to do some work, and she told me, "Ghetto curb stomp." Don't get me started. I walked into her house, and I was like, "This lady's weird. She's got aluminum foil on parts
Oh
of her
no,
chair."
that's weird.
Cat,
Jesus.
no, 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 no. Listen, she didn't have her furniture wrapped. She had a 1 foot square of aluminum foil on her furniture for some reason. Now she rescues cats and she
Mhm.
adopts them and stuff, and she found out scientifically cats do not or can't stand aluminum foil. What it is, I don't know. She says she doesn't know, but she puts aluminum foil on her furniture and they will not jump on the chairs. They stay off her damn chairs, and it
How
works.
much aluminum foil does she put on the chairs?
That's the 1 foot square on each cushion.
Nah, bro. I'm not
One
doing
foot square on each cushion.
I'm not doing that. I'm
Who's
not
training
doing that. Nope. Nope. I would rather whack your ass with a fucking broom or spray you with the water first. I'm not putting
Or with the cat off, huh?
I'm not
Just spray.
putting aluminum foil.
Yes, so
spray
for
in.
those of you who don't believe me and you have a cat, take a piece of aluminum foil and put it in a place where you don't want that cat to go, or put it in a place where the cat goes, and I bet you the cat won't go there. It's something, but you have to crumble it up some. You can't leave it smooth and shiny. You have to put wrinkles in it.
What
And then
happens when
unfold
the
it.
cat what happens when you come back, the cat
When the
shreds
cat
that
balls
shit.
it up and throws it at you.
Shreds it.
When the cat balls it up and throws it
As they
at you.
dig a hole in the cushion that you left it on.
Or you turn your back and you get hit in the back of the head with a piece of foil.
If that cat does that, he's got to go completely that same day right after he did that.
I just put cat plush on the furniture, and then when my cat is watching, I tell the plush to get off, and the stuff. Dan, you've got issues. You know that, right? Jim Droning says he likes Herman's way to whack him with a stick.
That broom, bah, get the hell off the furniture.
It's that time, bro.
Once he's in the corner feeling the boom, 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 he's going to relay that boom, 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 boom on his hip too.
You see what Show
The
put in the
counter.
chat, right? Show puts Phantom Flight 101. You prefer the whack the pussy? We're talking about cats here, but you guys are sick. We got to get out of here, man. It was a great stream.
Yo, I can't mess with you, man. You dangerous. Because I'm not answering that.
Listen, we appreciate you all. Don't forget to come through on Sunday. And I'm gonna make a few people some mods for Sunday. So if our harasser comes in, then you could feel free to kick them like a few people did in the stream tonight.
Oh no.
Anyway, we appreciate you all.
You
Thank
guys
you,
are
man.
crazy. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out, man. We appreciate you.
Dan, I will
Coming and
hit
hanging
you
out.
up sometime tomorrow.
Okay. Well, like I said, we appreciate you guys all for coming and hanging out. The Fly for Fun show is not coming on, so
Yes, they are not.
Bill, I will be on, I guess, what, at 8 or 8:30? I'm not sure when Bill comes on. And then after that, I guess around between him and who else? Help me out here, Lawrence. Jake
What?
Sloan.
Yeah, Jake Sloan.
Between him and Jake Sloan, they should be on Coast to Coast and Jake Sloan. Somewhere
Yeah.
between 8 and 8:30, both of those two channels. And I'm not sure if Dobo and Eddie is going to be on. I believe Dobo might have been at AirWorks. So
Okay, makes sense.
with that being said, we will see you guys all on Sunday.
Yep.
And Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those
guys. Good night, everyone.
Salute. Feel better, Johnny. Thank you all for the support.
Yeah, Johnny, feel better, man.